What's going on, y'all? We're back at it again with another video. This is why we don't have electric planes. This is for the Mass Trending Viral channel. I'll be reacting to this video because I have a question about why we don't have electric trains. We're here for the answers for it right now. Everybody, this video is for people who are economicists and they're all about the ecosystem. They're all about they're all natural people. They want to be natural. They want to cut the pollution. The globalists. They want to be a more electric things because it produces the emissions that's inside the air. So this video is for y'all, and I'm doing a reaction. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the button down below. I got a music video playing in the background. I got the main video right here. You got your boy Mask Trending Viral right here with mask on, with the mask on. Ready to create content for y'all. So make sure in the description you comment what you want to see from me. You comment that, and you comment, how you feel about it. If you got any more advice from me, comment in the comment description down below. Also, in the description down below, I have a link to my other channels. I have other channels for y'all, essentially. So, on top of that, I have different content. So when your favorite YouTube's not posting, I'm going to post a video reaction to y'all and a video so y'all can react to it, to give y'all content to react to and to watch and favorite and like. Granted, we're only going to go up from here. So the more better I do, the more better y'all do. So let's go.
With electric planes look like $25 tickets, quieter airports, or even shorter runways. Companies have been betting on battery-powered planes for this cleaner future. But even though electric planes have been around since the 1970s, they haven't really taken off. So what's keeping them grounded? In the late 1800s, two French army officers experimented with electricity to propel an airship, but they ran into problems when the battery just couldn't hold enough energy. This would become a recurring problem for the next 100 years. When nickel-cadmium batteries were invented, the first flight with an electric motor took off, but it only lasted less than 15 minutes. Then, in the 1980s, lithium-ion batteries were invented. They could store more power than ever before, leading to planes like the Solar Impulse 2. Starting in 2015, the solar-powered aircraft spent 16 months flying around the world, except it flew at an average speed of 28 to 34 miles per hour. Solar Impulse 2 was part of a movement in recent years to develop alternative energies, especially when people and governments started realizing just how bad flying was for the environment. The aviation industry emitted about 1 billion tons of CO2 in 2019. That's about 2.5% of global emissions. That might not sound like a lot, but it's almost as much as the entire continent of South America emits in a year.
We need to make changes to the industry, and electrification is one of the big trends which will hopefully reduce that burden.
Electric planes have been on people's minds for a while, but two big problems are keeping electric grounded. First, the technology is not quite ready. When you're trying to get an electric plane off the ground, you want a battery that packs a lot of punch.
Boom. So all y'all young entrepreneurs out there who's sitting on a six-figure, seven-figure, money right now, this is an opportunity for you guys to be billionaires. The electric plane. Find out, they're about to tell you the problem, find out a solution to the problem, and make a plane that's electric, that can hold enough battery juice, enough kilowatts, enough volts, cranking hertz, enough of anything so that it can last throughout a plane. So that can last throughout a flight of a plane, and also be able to handle the natural environment around you. For all your entrepreneurs, there's an opportunity for y'all to be able to make something out of yourself, to get your name out there. So there's opportunity for y'all. So right now they're about to talk about the problems. Now mind you, they did say also that electric planes are already out there already. It's just they're running into certain issues which makes them less likely to be used. I didn't know that there was such thing as electric plane, but I do think that's more of a feasible alternative to flying, without having all that, exhaust going out the back. You know, it's better for the environment overall. So a better environment, the more cleaner the air, and the more easy it is for us when we breathe the air in. You know, our body can only take so much CO2 in the air, enough poison, so that the more cleaner the air, the more better it is for everybody else who's breathing the air. We're just now getting started. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We gotta finish the rest of the video with the reaction. That's how what I learn, let you learn too at the same time.
In a little package. But
batteries are not as efficient as gas, and they're probably not going to be for a while.
a battery's efficiency, or ability to hold power, is measured in specific energy. Right now, even the best batteries have a specific energy of only 250 watt-hours per kilogram, but we have to get closer to 800 to really start flying. And that is still nothing compared to jet fuel-specific energy, which is nearly 12,000 watt-hours per kilogram. Think about it like those computers from the 80s. They were huge, but way less powerful than the sleek ones we have today. Right now, batteries are like those 80s computers. They're not as powerful as they need to be. And they're not just big, they're also heavy. So if you want to add more power to a plane, you need to get a bigger battery. And to get that plane airborne despite the weight, you'll need an even bigger battery that's more powerful. But that means more weight. And then you'll need an even bigger battery to offset that weight. You get the point. But even if engineers design a plane around the shortfalls in battery tech, they have to take on the industry's second hurdle, certification. In the US, that means getting permission from the Federal Aviation Administration to test and fly an electric plane. Companies have to prove every inch of their aircraft is safe, passing a series of tests, one of which is to make sure the battery cells won't catch fire.
If something goes wrong, you can't stop, you can't pull the side of the road, there's only one place for that airplane to go. And so the regulatory stringency is much higher. The requirements for reliability, redundancy, and safety are much higher for a good reason. You have no alternate.
The FAA amended its rules in 2016 to allow electric propulsion systems in airplanes built for up to 19 passengers. The real problem, though, is that...
I like this video, but it's not telling... It's not doing what it needs to be doing, honestly. It's not doing what it needs to be doing. The answer to the questions and the answer to the question that the problems that they're having is to have a alternative, a gas electric vehicle, meaning that it takes gas, like you know how we have Tesla cars and stuff like that. It uses gas in the beginning, in the first 5 miles per hour, then it switches over to electric. Meaning that it's going to use the gas propulsion to go off the ground, and then use the electric in the air once it hits a certain miles per hour, and let it cruise on by. That's the solution to the issue. So for all our young entrepreneurs, don't be taking my ideas, alright? That's the easy answer to that solution. The solution to the issue that they just talked about. But don't be taking my ideas. I said it first, and if you make it into something, make sure you quote Master about it, because I just gave that an answer to everything. When y'all watch these videos, make sure y'all think. Don't just be watching the video just to watch. That's why I like y'all to engage in the comment section, because like if you guys, that means you guys, I know that you guys are being able to use your heads and come up to an answer to your solution, or a solution to the problem that they're having. But if you make a gas electric plane, therefore when the plane gets up in the air and it gets to a certain speed, you can use electric to keep it going instead of so much gas. That's already a better output of it. It's already a better solution already than what they're just doing right now. So this video right now, I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10. It's good. It's very basic, but that's the answer to the question. So if y'all entrepreneurs out there, let's get to work, because that's a big business right there. It's big business. Everybody wants that plane.
That certification, even with these amendments, takes years. So companies have gotten creative. They've started to retrofit old planes to get certified quicker.
You're taking out the entire old gas-guzzling, emission-creating engine and its fuel system, and replacing that space and weight with an electric propulsion system.
Retrofitting has happened in phases. The first phase was from Slovenian company Pipistrel. It created the world's first all-electric two-seater plane back in 2007. by putting an electric engine in a glider.
Gliders are safe to fly by definition, even without a functioning engine. So we were able to experiment without putting anybody at risk or do harm to anyone.
Today, those planes are used for pilot training. The second phase, a hybrid. Los Angeles company Ampere replaced one of the two engines in the 1973 Cessna with an electric one. Ampere hopes to get its new plane, the Electric Eel, certified for commercial flights by 2021. And finally, over in Vancouver, electric motor manufacturer Magni-X and Vancouver-based airline Harbour Air flew a retrofitted 62-year-old plane. A 15-minute test flight in December 2019 made it the world's first all-electric commercial plane to fly. It proved that electric could actually take off. The two companies' goal is now to electrify the rest of Harbour Air's fleet, more than 40 seaplanes, and have it certified by the end of 2021. So retrofitting seems perfect. The problem, though, is that it limits you to what the plane's structure is already built.
Well, I didn't hear nothing about it recently, so it's past 2021. It's 2022, getting ready to be 2023 very soon, so they ain't make no progress on it. I ain't heard about it. So this video, like I said, this video is a 5 out of 10 already, because I gave my answer to the solution, and literally, they don't have no extra information on it, so 5 out of 10 so far.
Built for. So if the original motor is, say, 1,000 pounds, and you remove it, then
I only have 1,000 pounds to put back in, right? I can't make the total package heavier.
electric motors are smaller and lighter than gas ones. But remember, those batteries are heavy.
So you lose range because batteries for the same amount of power are so much heavier than fuel.
So while Harbour Air and Magni-X figured out the balance of weight in their plane, the range took a hit. Their electric plane can go over 100 miles, a little less than the distance from Seattle to Vancouver. But for electric planes to be successful long term, they'll have to go farther. Israeli company Aviation might have a solution. Instead of retrofitting an old plane, its engineers built a plane from scratch. The 9-seater plane Alice was designed around the battery to reduce weight.
That battery is literally all over the place. It's under the floor, it's in the wings, it's in the fuselage in different locations.
Alice, in theory, could fly up to 650 miles, roughly a flight from Las Vegas to Denver. But because it was built from the ground up, getting it certified is taking longer.
We are very confident that we will be testing the plane in flight early 2020 and believe that from that point on the certification process will take about 2 years.
Each electric plane in development is different, but they all have one thing in common. They're going after flights under 500 miles. And while it might not seem like an impressive distance, these short-range electric planes could solve a major problem in travel. In 2018, a little less than half of all air tickets sold globally were for flights under 500 miles. But instead of using small, efficient planes designed for these shorter routes, we often use expensive airliners built to fly thousands of miles. These planes are most efficient if they're able to cruise for a long period of time. But on a flight that's 50 minutes, these planes go up and they come right back down. Currently, a 109-mile flight from Los Angeles to San Diego emits about 110 pounds of CO2.
Alright, so the best option, like I said, is to build it from fresh, start from new, and build a more lighter plane. But therefore, they have luggage. People have luggage. People have, some people way heavier than other people. That only works so much. Building it from scratch is the best option, but there needs to be a light composite material that's also durable enough and hard enough to produce enough revolutions to keep the plane from going. Either they need to make more electric propulsions to keep it going, or it needs to be able to have more electric propulsions and a higher revolution of the propeller to keep it up in the air with the amount of energy. Everything should be calculated to the finest form to make it possible. That's why I was saying start off with a gas/electric vehicle to test it out, to get some more information on how the plane will work when it's in electric mode, and have a safety mechanism where it just stops working, automatically kicks back into the gas propulsion, the gas thrust. You understand what I'm saying? That makes the most sense of it all. I'm not gonna watch the rest of the video because the video is too boring for me. I try the best to react to it. This video, it is informing, which is made for that. It's not very entertaining. So I give up my answers, and if you guys have answers in the comments, make sure you comment them down below. I read all comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We got more videos for y'all in the future, and tonight and tomorrow. And check out my link in the description so that I can show you the other channels that I have that I'm also dropping videos on today. So, and I have videos on them already. I got a question for y'all. How will you make this electric plane?